Ugh. It's time for us to mark out live on the Saturday. New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom had 2 days. We will review the matches, and we will talk the big moments, and we will say goodbye to the career of Liger. On live on the Saturday morning. Mark out Mania. It's our big Wrestle Kingdom show. It is time to
Liger.
Mark out. Right now
We're crashing and burning like a meteor into the earth.
You know, this is why I didn't want to do this song again.
That was absolutely brutal.
You should have recorded that one. You should have done a nice recording of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey. Welcome everyone to the Mark Out Mania.
What is up, people?
Oh my God. Hey. Welcome everyone. Why am I hearing myself? How's everyone doing?
Good.
Can't complain. Can't complain.
I apologize for messing that up so bad. Oh my
Sorry,
God.
buddy.
I try to come up with a shorter version of the song, but I was like, yeah, I knew the song had a lot of parts. I'm like, oh man, I didn't want to do it again, and I was like, oh my God. But I watched like the New Year's Dash. I watched the tribute thing, and I saw everyone singing, and I was like, oh, this must be where Zeus got that idea from. So I was like, I'll run with it. And
Thank you, Liger. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, Liger. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if you should thank him for that song right there, but thank you, Liger. Yeah.
No. Hey. Today we're going to be talking Wrestle Kingdom 14, big
Yes,
two-night show. But
Yes,
before we get to that, let's knock some stuff out of the way quickly. So, did y'all watch NWA Power this week?
Of course.
Oh yeah, we watched it.
I watched it live.
Into the fire. What are your thoughts?
There were parts of it that were, they were really good, and then, of course, Tim Storm is, probably the best, baby face in all of North America right now.
Amen.
And then I feel a little confused at times by what's going on in this TV tournament, because it feels like they're jumping around.
Yeah.
Because are all the first round matches done?
I think there's one more left, isn't there?
I think there's one
Which
more.
Which is weird because Zicky Dice, didn't he just win his second round match?
No. He won a match to get into the tournament.
Yeah, it was a qualifying match. It was a qualifying match.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I'm confused about. I thought they had a draw for some of the matches on that when they announced the tournament and brought out the field. I thought they announced the Dawson brothers fighting each other then, and then they had a draw and they were put to fight each other again. I was like, I thought they announced that back then, or was I just misunderstanding things before?
I don't know. It was a little confusing.
I did like the Aaron Stevens interview. Him and question mark interview. That was actually pretty good. He's awesome.
You mean Shooter Stevens?
My bad, Pedro. My bad, Pedro. Shooter Stevens
is much different than Thespian Stevens.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Zeus. My bad. I love the question mark with the shades on going, karate. That shit is awesome, man. I mark out over that. Yeah, but you're absolutely right, Zeus. Zeus, you're absolutely right. Tim Storm is the greatest babyface happening right now in North America. It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, he just he just comes across very genuine and honest and passionate, and
Camille slapped the shit out of him. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He took that like a man, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and she's no joke. I mean, she's definitely strong because she played football, and
I told you.
I mean, we know she's
far away from her. Yeah, man, she scared the shit out of me. I'm not down with that. No.
It's the mean mugging.
Yeah.
She's got a doctorate in mean mugging.
I'm telling you.
Mean mugging.
I thought Thunder Rosa had a great match. I thought Thunder Rosa had a great match.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
She gave ODB her best match in years and years and years.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. Yeah, I thought ODB looked pretty good.
Yeah, she did actually.
It wasn't because you know what? Sometimes I think people that have developed this, some of these over the top characters, that I think that they might feel that they need to overdo it to give people their money's worth.
Mm.
But honestly, like with her, less was more, because we got to see. It's like, oh yeah, well she became a wrestler because she can wrestle.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying she's the greatest wrestler in the world, but I mean, she can go.
I mean, I got more out of it that Thunder Rosa created a lot of movement and stuff for her, but
right, and that's what you've got to do for when you're smaller and faster, and the other person is bigger and heavier
and less mobile.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
mean,
it was
Thunder Rosa can't act like Big Van Vader in there against ODB, or she's just going to get the shit beat out of her.
Right, but I'm saying I didn't get the impression that ODB was a super worker.
I didn't say super worker.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
Yes.
No, ODB's a good worker. She's not as good as she used to be, but she's okay. She's serviceable.
I thought it's a good show.
She's a lot better than half the people that we see it in that ring. Let me tell you.
And then, of course, we had the bitch on commentary saying, "No, Thunder Rosa, you're not going to get a shot at me because she's a bitch."
Yeah.
You sound like who's that one from South Park? God's one's a bitch is a big fat bitch.
Yeah, Cartman.
Is it me or there's like an echo?
Allison Kay is a big fat fucking bitch. Fat fucking bitch. Allison Kay.
And then, it's bad enough that we got the Cock and Ball Express, but now we have to add Scott Steroids to the mix? Really? Really? I want to see new, young, fresh talent. I don't want to see old, beat-up has-beens. Okay? Right, so I don't want to see that.
Right, but listen, so you know that our chat is pretty much non-existent on our YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right? We have our faithful shout out to Double Y.
Oh yeah. YYH.
But
Double Y Double H.
So I was watching, the NWA Power Live on YouTube, and there's a lot of people, talking in the in the live chat.
Right.
When Scott Steiner came out, that shit went ballistic. Like, you couldn't even read it. You could not even read it because it's just.
Oh, it's going so fast, right?
Yeah, because so many people were commenting. They were just so many people were. There was a lot of people that were excited. I mean, of course, there were negative comments too, but I mean, the shit blew the fuck up. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
I
I was just gonna say personally, I was fine with it, but the only bad thing was watching him struggle to walk down the stairs.
I was waiting for him to fall down the stairs. I would have been happy. I would have marked out on that.
It kind of killed the first.
He was struggling, boy. He was like 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4. I did it, mommy. Look, I was struggling to get down the stairs. Yeah, Y2A2. Let's make out. What the hell's wrong with you?
I don't know what just happened there, but
no. She misread mark out for make out.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
It's time to make out mania.
Make out mania. But yeah, I don't want to see Steiner. I honestly don't. I have no issue. I have no desire to watch that man. You know.
Well, what they're doing is they're using all this to creatively, separate himself from the direct challenges to kind of prolong the inevitable.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. Let me ask y'all a question. So we're inevitably getting Nick Aldis versus Ricky Morton, aren't we?
Yeah, it's looking, yeah.
Unfortunately.
So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Jesus.
Nope.
I mean, Ricky Morton he's just wrestling on borrowed time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to see him blow out something.
I didn't want to see Ricky Morton wrestle 30 years ago. What makes you think I want to see him now?
Dang.
I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him wrestle. Yes, you know what? If you want to bring him on every once in a while for a nostalgia thing, you know what? Have to do a super kick once in the blue moon. I'm fine with that. I don't need to see him in your main event of your promotion. I don't need to see the Cock and Ball Express anymore. I'm done with them. I want to see Nick Aldis fight Marty Scurll for the NWA title on NWA Power. That's what they should be doing. Not this Scott Steiner, Ricky Morton, your team versus my team bullshit. I don't want to see that. That's just me. I don't want to see that.
So, anyone see AEW this week?
No.
I did not.
Okay. I watched it. In my opinion, it was the worst episode to date. But I mean,
that's saying something.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, I have yet to enjoy a single episode of the show. But to me, this was the worst episode. That women's title match, Nightmare Collective segment, it was as bad as everyone is going on about. It was bad. Bad.
Oh, I want to give a quick shout out to Angie for actually watching NXT. Watching NXT this week over AEW, and she thoroughly enjoyed it. So thanks, Angie, for watching.
Did you watch NXT? I didn't get to watch.
Yeah, it was pretty good, man. You gotta love Rhea Ripley, man. It was awesome. The whole setup with the Worlds Collide thing, where everybody and their mother came on, all the women came on. It was good. It was some good stuff. And Chelsea Green made her appearance. So yeah, it was kind of cool. Yeah, it was kind of cool how they did it. So not bad. And then we had the uneventful return of John Morrison yesterday on SmackDown Live, which absolutely blew chunks. So
does conclude the WWE recap.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Done.
I want to get into real quickly. Today there's a NXT UK takeover.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty good card.
Yeah, it's got Tyler Bate versus Jordan Devlin. That should I suspect that's
going to be good. Yeah,
that match is going to steal the show. I suspect. You've got Trent Seven versus Eddie Dennis. You've got Kaylee Ray defending the NXT UK Women's title against Toni Storm and Piper Niven.
That's going to be pretty good too, though.
You got a fatal four-way ladder match for the NXT UK Tag Team titles, which is Gaius versus Imperium versus Grizzled Young Veterans versus Mark Andrews, Flash Morgan Webster. And the main event is Volter defending the UK title against Joe Coffey, which I saw a lot of people were unhappy with that was the match because they hate Joe Coffey and Gaius. But
it'll be all right. It'll be a fine match. It'll be fine. It's not going to be a match of the year, no, but it'll be okay. It'll be all right. I'm just looking forward to Imperium versus the Undisputed Era.
Right.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, that's at Worlds Collide. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's what I'm
Houston,
looking forward
Texas.
Yeah, Pedro, you suck.
I know. Also on Sunday, Impact has a pay-per-view, and they've got Ken Shamrock versus Madman Fulton. Who the fuck is Madman Fulton?
No clue.
Bobby Fulton's grandnephew. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Moose versus Rhino. Brian Cage versus RVD. Eddie Edwards versus Michael Elgin for the Call Your Shot trophy, whatever the fuck that is. The North, which is Ethan Page and Josh Alexander defending against Rich Swann and Willie Mack for the Impact tag titles. Taya Valkyrie defending the Knockouts title against Jordan Grace and ODB. Ace Austin defending the X Division title against Trey Miguel. I don't know who that is either. And Sami Callihan defending the world title against Tessa Blanchard. Everyone is predicting this is where Tessa Blanchard will be the first woman to win, the Impact world title. Any thoughts on that?
On
Tessa and Sami Callihan.
I'm sure Tessa's going to win the men's title.
I don't have a problem with that. I just hope they do it big, Because Tessa takes a beating in Impact, man. Because I saw 2 episodes of Impact, and Tessa's like, I thought her shoulders were going to get blown out. Like, Jesus. I mean, she gets, she's taking some serious bumps. So, why not, man? Put the strap on.
It's like, this is like part of the reason that Eli Drake left Impact.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to do intergender, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
I don't have an issue with Tessa with the strap.
I mean, it's fine for Impact. I mean, it's not making me, it's not making me watch it anymore. But I mean, I'm happy for it.
I'm not getting it right. It doesn't make me want to buy the pay-per-view. No, it doesn't. Does it make me want to watch Impact? Absolutely not. But if it helps culminate like a feud with Sami Callihan, then go ahead.
So, is there any other kind of news and stuff we need to talk about, or?
I think
the Ring of Honor added the Briscoes against Joe Hendry and Dalton Castle to my show tomorrow.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, that's right. It's tomorrow, right, Zeus?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're going to Ring of Honor tomorrow.
Well, it's always good to watch the Briscoes. They're awesome in person. So
it's going to be Dragon Azteca Jr. against Andrew Everett, Mark Haskins and Tracy Williams against Vincent and Bateman, Bandito against Alex Zane. They said Bandito just re-signed a new deal with Ring of Honor. Flip Gordon versus Flamita, and the big 6-man title match, Roosh, Dragon Lee, and Kenny King against Skrull, PCO, and Brody King.
That should be really good.
Yeah.
That should be really good.
That's going to be an awesome show, Zeus.
So
that's a good 6-man right there.
Yeah. No point in spending much time on it now. We'll just give you the update on how it goes next week.
So, because what we got to do now, Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle Kingdom 14, the annual January 4th show.
Over 2 nights this time. 2 nights.
This year over 2 nights.
It's really a 3-night. It's really a 3-day event.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. We got New Year's Dash. Yeah.
So,
I thought Dave. I thought night 1 was great. It had some holy shit moments for me. Of course, how do you not enjoy those Liger matches? They were incredible. Because I'm sure we'll get into it with the Liger, but they were incredible. Will Ospreay, oh my God, that's all I gotta say. You know, I thought the whole both days were amazing.
Well, let's go like match by match.
Yeah.
So, of course, we can't talk about the dark match because we haven't seen it. No one may see it, but Mayu Iwatani and Arisa Hoshiki beat Hana Kimura and Julia for the dark match. But did either of y'all watch the pre-show for night one? I didn't, so I didn't see those two matches.
I saw like 5 minutes of it, but I
didn't go back, and I have not gone back and watched that yet.
Okay, so you had there's some 8-man tag match, and then there was
and then Yuji Nagata, right?
Yeah, Tenzan and Kojima beat Nagata and Nakanishi. Nakanishi announced he's retiring, but Nakanishi's been basically semi-retired for years now, right?
Yeah, he's been a part-timer, you know,
because he had some bad injuries a few years ago, didn't he?
I'm sure.
Oh, did y'all hear about Shibata?
No.
What?
They're saying that he wanted to do Wrestle Kingdom, but they will not clear him. They said that they will never like clear him, like it's too dangerous.
He looked like he was moving around that ring just fine. That's how he beat the shit out of Kenta.
Yeah, apparently it has to do with the bumps. Like if he takes bumps in whatever ways, it could basically kill him. So,
well, they gave him a cane shot, man. They should have told him that before he took the cane shot. Jesus.
Well, the main show started. We had Liger's first retirement match, or the first of his 2 retirement matches. And it was Jushin Liger, Tatsumi Fujinami, the Great Sasuke, and Tiger Mask with El Samurai as like a coach or something, or a second, and then versus Naoki Sano, Shinjiri Otani, Tatsuhito how do you say his last name, and Ryusuke Taguchi with Kuniaki Kobayashi as their second.
It was a throwback to the old school Super J's. I mean, everybody was there. That was awesome. Look at Otani, still looks like he's old. He was old 20 years ago, and he's still old. But that man is awesome, Otani. He's awesome.
Kobayashi looks like Lo Mang from 5 Deadly Venoms. He does, man. I'd love to see the picture of the two of them together.
Yeah,
he was awesome. He had a fantastic Fisherman Buster suplex.
Yeah,
that guy could still move. Let me tell you, man, he could still go.
He was just outside the ring the whole time.
Yeah, but, you know who aged the best? I thought was Fujinami.
That's crazy.
I know he's like the oldest guy there, isn't he? And he's aged the best.
I bet you $20 he could take up. I bet you $20 he could still go.
Yeah, he didn't. You know, he didn't. His matches were never too crazy. Right. I mean, he could have. You know, he could have hurt his back many a time. You know, in some of those, because he body slammed Bigelow and Vader, and I mean he picked up the big guys. I'm like, if he had a hernia, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, I forgot to mention Norio Hanaga was the referee for this.
Yes, match. Norio Hanaga, part of the Blonde Outlaws and Raging Staff.
Yeah,
former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. He was a heel. I mean, he was a dirty fucker.
I thought that was a nice bit of nostalgia to have everybody in the ring like that. Look at Sasuke. Jesus Christ. He's still beat up, man. You see his back?
Oh yeah. God. All those scars.
Oh, Jesus.
His body looks awful. Great Sasuke.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it's been broken over a few times.
It was like it was put back together and they forgot to use the instructions. You know what I'm saying? It looked a little off, you know?
Can we talk about... Can we talk about Sarno? He looks like Gollum.
Yeah, he does. That's not nice, but yes, it's true.
Yeah, but Sarno was running on that ring just fine.
Yeah, he was fine. Yeah,
he was fine. He was bumping. He was flying around that ring. I'm like, look at Sarno go. Go ahead. You know, he was doing it.
That was a fun match.
He was doing it.
everyone got a little bit in, and it was a fun little deal.
And then, of course, Liger did the honors.
We're upset that Taguchi got the pin on Liger.
I assumed that was what was going to happen.
Well, I mean, Liger, I respect his logic and everything. It's like if Liger's still winning matches when he's about to retire, then he probably shouldn't retire.
Right.
I mean, it's hard to say, because we don't see him, we don't see his body age because of the battle suit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, his outfit, is able to hide so many things that we never have seen if he had, elbow injuries or shoulder injuries or knee problems. All that stuff is easily hidden underneath that suit. And the condition, just watching him age has just been pretty much non-existent because, the image in your head of Liger is that the mask and the suit.
Yep.
So it's, we just, I think people take for granted how much he's been through in 31 years.
Yeah.
So
I did not watch the next 2 8-man tag matches. So that.
Oh, you didn't?
No, so I'm gonna leave that for y'll to talk about because I didn't watch.
Oh man, didn't you watch?
It was the 8-man match, Suzuki Gun against
LIJ.
You didn't watch that?
No,
Pedro.
I had to time manage.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I had to concentrate on what I felt were the most important things to see. So I didn't watch those 2 matches. So I'm gonna let y'all talk about those 2 matches.
Well, I mean, it was a good match. It wasn't a great match, but we got more of the Zack Sabre Jr. Suzuki double teaming.
Oh, yeah. I should go back and watch that then.
Yeah.
And they kept teasing that, and they kept teasing the lead up to the next day's match. Remember that, Zeus?
Yes.
And they kept teasing the match between him and
Sonata.
Yeah. Him and Sonata kept teasing each other about the match.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a good match, man. I mean, it was a great but I mean, like, how do you not like both these teams? LIJ and Suzuki Gun, they both killed it in the ring, so it was good stuff. I thought it was good stuff.
Yeah, it was a good. I mean, it was a good, example of Suzuki Gun doing their thing and being despicable heels, and the LIJ guys being, cool, way over,
way over.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're definitely the cool kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. And they know it.
Oh yeah.
But they lost.
And everybody loves Sonata. They love him.
Yeah, they do. He's very over.
Mm-hmm. He's more over than evil.
I don't think. Yeah, and I don't think he's the best member of LIJ either. So. But there you go. So that was good. Good match.
Who's the best member
of LIJ?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I would put Sonata after Shingo, Naito, and Takahashi.
I feel like Shingo has to be considered for
Shingo's awesome.
Oh, I mean, I think part of what Naito is that kind of that his emotional state that he projects is almost apathy. It's kind of like a non-emotion / boredom at times. And I think that's, Shingo is, he is kick ass, he is in your face, and, I think that's part of the perception of it. So.
And he can go. That boy is nasty in that ring, man. He's awesome.
So what was after that? Chaos versus Bullet Club?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was Goto, Ishii. I mean, Goto was looking, badass. I mean, they were saving him for a while there. Ishii.
Well, he had a big night the next night.
Yoshihashi got some new gear. He's looking better. I think he's really recovered from those injuries. As for somebody who I really have not been a fan of, but I think he's looking better. And then of course, Yano is Yano.
Yeah.
And they were, up against Kenta and Fale and Yujiro Takahashi and Chase Owens, and of course we got the lovely Pieter.
Yeah. I'm joking. I did see the outfit she had on. I saw that on social media.
Have you noticed her ass is always in somebody's face? Every time she bends over for the camera, it's like bang.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Is it me or
I mean, of all the asses that have been in people's faces throughout the history of pro wrestling,
I don't know.
That's a good thing.
I don't know if we should go down this road here, but
I'm just saying.
Either that or Yokozuna. I'll take that any day.
We've seen, like Rikishi and all that that we never wanted to see. There's an ass that I don't mind looking at.
You got that right, buddy. You definitely got that right. But is it me or does Chase always just annoy the shit out of you? He annoys me.
Yeah, he's good at that. He's solid. He's really solid in the ring.
He's gotten better because I thought he was just okay, but he's gotten better in the ring. He's gotten better. He just annoys the shit out of me.
Once again, I think he's another guy who might have had some nagging injuries, and he dropped some weight.
Yeah.
He dropped some weight too.
Yeah, he did look good.
I mean, he's not like ideal, but I think he's in pretty damn good shape, really. I mean, once again, you got Chaos. Everybody loves Chaos. The fans.
Ishii was Ishii right there, so that's it.
Fucking hate Kenta now, and it's great. Yeah. I mean, they fucking hate his ass. And this is earlier in the night. This is before everything else happened.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they hated his fucking ass then. I mean, they're still pissed at him about Shibata.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean,
I can't get enough of that. I can't get enough of that, Zeus. You know that? I cannot get enough of watching Kenta turn heel, join the Bullet Club, and then watching Shibata come out of nowhere and just drop kick the shit out of Kenta's face.
Yeah, he jaw jacked him.
I can't get enough of seeing that. I love that I love that piece, man. That thing is awesome to me.
Yeah. So then we had the winners of Tag League, Finjuice, Juice Robinson and David Finley.
I don't agree with this at all, but go ahead.
Against the Gorillas of Destiny.
Tama Tonga.
The reigning 5-time champions, Tama Tonga and Tangaloa. Who honestly, they ran roughshod all over 2019.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody even really challenged them.
Okay, so all right, guys. So then answer me this question: what's the purpose of putting the belts on Finjuice?
Well, they're coming to America for one thing.
Yes.
And I mean, it's somebody different. And honestly, I think they're a good team. I mean, they are wonky looking and they are goofy. But I mean, when the bell rings, man, they can go. I mean, I think they just get overshadowed by their silliness. before the match starts.
Yeah, let's address some of this really fast. Juice Robinson had a YMCA what Village People like outfit on. What any thoughts on this look?
I'm not surprised by anything Juice wears these days. He pulls shit out of his closet where he has a closet within a closet within a closet. So I don't know. It doesn't surprise me what he throws on.
He has a pirate's chest that he got that somebody had locked up in their storage shed from 1962. And he just goes through it and starts putting shit on. That's what Juice Robinson does. And
I won't be surprised if he wears the pirate shirt from Seinfeld next. I mean, come on, let's just throw shit on.
He will wear what the fuck ever, but when his music cranks up, people go nuts.
Yeah. Hey,
people love fucking Juice, man. They in Japan.
I think Juice is the kind of guy. Actually, I found this out. Juice is the kind of guy who's more appreciative in person,
yes,
than on TV. Because you watch him on TV, you're like, "Oh my god, this guy's like an idiot in these outfits." Then he goes in the ring, and you're like, "Holy shit, he can go!" And then you see him in person, and you're like, first of all, this guy takes a beating and a half. He gets his ass kicked.
Yeah.
But then he gets right back up, and then he starts kicking ass himself. And I'm like, whoa, this guy can go. So it's two different types of Juices that you see, you know? It's weird. He's a bit of an enigma.
I remember us talking about him last year when we were going over last year's Wrestle Kingdom about his gear and stuff, how it seems to like kind of hold him back. And then I saw him at the Ring of Honor show.
Yep.
And I was like, man, it really, he won me over seeing him live. And then James saw him. He's like, Zeus saw him. And
I got that picture of him right in the second row. I got him, he's getting suplexed onto the concrete. I'm like, Jesus, It's he takes a beating. He's in a neighbor because you don't want to see him on TV, but you definitely want to see him live. Right, because he's so good live, but on TV, doesn't come off on TV.
Like I said, man, when his music cranks up, I can't help but smile.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gone. I'm like, fuck yeah, it's fucking Juice time. I'm
Zeus is gonna start marking out the Juice.
I can't help it. I cannot help it. I cannot hate this dude if I tried at this point. It's like you said. I mean, everything he does, we were wrong. We were wrong to say that. It's like he could, literally, he could do just about anything as far as his look goes. And because he owns it. He owns it. He
does.
I don't mean anything, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, his weird Juiceism ways,
Let's not challenge him, please.
I'm not. No, you know what I mean. Yeah.
Let's not challenge him to test this.
And
Juice versus Zeus, so no, please.
Plus, we need a motivated Gorillas of Destiny.
Yes.
We need them motivated for something.
Did it look like they were going through the motions?
Well, it wasn't a great match. It was fine.
No, it wasn't.
It was a fine match. It was a decent match, but
it was a whole hum. It was whole hum. It was like it was by the numbers. It was paid by numbers.
But it's kind of like it's like that's why they lost, because it's this team that's like. It's like, yeah, they've been kind of teaming for, since over a year ago. And, we know they're good friends and blah, blah, whatever. But, they can't touch us. Well, that's what happens a lot of times when, guys can kind of find their groove. And then, I mean, they won fucking tag league. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
True. That's true. So,
I mean, they faced the best, and, and now they're the champs, and congratulations to them.
That's just so funny. Dave Finley was like, Cho picking up the belt and the trophy at the same time. He was struggling for a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, man, what's wrong with you?
So after that, we had Lance Archer defending the U.S. title against Jon Moxley in a Texas death match.
Man, that shit was crazy. I mean, you know, the Archer came out looking like, you know, he did come out looking like an anime villain from a damn Mad Max. Max. You know,
everybody does. Everybody does.
Out of Fist of the North Star. Now that you say that.
Yeah. How does AEW feel if Jon Moxley shows up on their TV show with the IWGP United States Championship belt around his waist?
Well, apparently that's a no-no now.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah,
because Tony Khan supposedly doesn't want guys walking around with other people's belts, which is a very small-minded move on their part.
I agree.
You know, and if you know, they got AEW champion and title belt all over damn, New Japan World, and their, all their subscribers.
Even Dragon Lee with the Ring of Honor belt was walking around with it.
Right.
So they had all kinds of stuff. So.
Well, thoughts on the match? Just brutal.
It was savage. It was physical. It was everything we thought it was. Because Archer's a beast. First of all, he looked good though. Damn, he does look good. I
was kind of sad they took the belt off him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was too.
There's nothing against Moxley. I was like,
he was pumped up. He was pumped. He was going through the crowd, go fuck with me, this and that. I was like, holy shit, he was pumped up.
I mean, Archer just got the belt not that long ago, so I was like, it feels
too
good. I marked out for him using a second or a young boy as a weapon in this match.
Oh yeah,
he used a person as a weapon.
And then that table spot with Moxley, that was pretty good.
His dive outside the ring was pretty impressive too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And those guys weren't just standing around waiting for him either. I didn't feel like they weren't AEWing it and staring at him
no.
the whole time. Oh God, what's going to happen?
Yeah,
I mean, shit. I watched the damn the Geordie Bulldogs, the Gymnasty Boys, and the Heat Seekers and the Dawsons all right in front of me, beating the crap out of each other. While one dude got on the top rope, and they were hitting each other until the last freaking second.
That's how there's the right thing, is the right way to do things, and then there's the AEW way. So there you go.
No. I mean, to be fair, it's not just AEW that does the standing around waiting for.
No, it's
no. It's a lot of people. WWE does it too.
I mean, and lots of lucha, lots of indies do it. It's
sadly, God, they could sit down and have tea waiting in some of those CMLL things we've seen.
This reminded me on AEW. There's that match, the Road Brothers versus the Lucha Brothers, and there's a part where Arn took a weapon away from the Lucha Brothers, and Phoenix was kind of stalking Arn for a moment, and while he's doing that, like Dustin is like trying to stall and kill time to make the hot tag, so he's trying to like walk real slowly to his corner. But at one point, he's just standing in place, shaking, and you can tell he's just like, hurry up and cut off my hot tag for this spot. It was kind of awkward and embarrassing to watch.
I saw it when Cody Rhodes actually tried to do crossroads on Phoenix, and Phoenix got out of it in a real hot way. I thought that was good, and then in came Penta, and he looked totally lost. And then here came Dustin, and he looked totally lost. It was like one big miscommunication was going on.
That match was terrible. And one of the things that made me sad with that match was The Lucha Brothers.
Good people who could wrestle.
Well, but the
Lucha
Brothers were just jobbers. They were just competitive jobbers in that match. But anyways, that's a discussion for another day. So Moxley won the U.S. title from Lance Archer. So we knew he would face Finn the next night. And then we had
Juice.
Sorry. God. Juice. Then we had Will Ospreay defending the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title against Hiromu Takahashi.
That was the match of the night and possibly early match of the year candidate. Early match of the year candidate. That match was unbelievable. They put on a show.
There was a little bit. It was a lot of fun, and it got a little out of hand, but at least it wasn't. It was still smooth. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Is that they did a couple of spots in there. There was like you're like, whoa! I can't believe. It's like it was more that I couldn't believe that they did it so seamlessly and flawless when it counted.
But every time it looked like that match was about to get out of hand, that they reined it back in. That's what made it good. Because you see matches like that, and you can tell when it's getting out of hand, and then it stays out of hand, and shit's all over the place. But they knew exactly when to rein it back in, and that's what made it good.
The action was phenomenal. Some of the near falls. I thought the match was over a number of times, and it wasn't. I have one big nitpick with the match, and that was that sequence with the space flying tiger thing. That whole super convoluted sequence they did brought me back to the old Will Ospreay doing dumb super convoluted shit for no reason. But that's just one moment. The rest of the match, I was way into a super match. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, once again, it as far as I give it like a 90. It was really good. It was an A minus. So,
and it was a good match.
Really good match. Hiromu claims, the first title of the night for, Los Ingobernables, and he wins back the title he never lost.
Yep,
that's right. He's the new junior heavyweight champion.
So, and then next was the beginning of the rush for double gold.
Woo! Jay White defending the IWGP Intercontinental title against. I'll let one of you say the name since I always apparently say it wrong.
Naito Tetsuya.
Tetsuya Naito.
Naito.
I thought that was a good match. I thought it was a good tranquilo.
It was a good match. It was a good match.
It was a good match.
They tore that shit up, man.
I loved this match. This was my favorite match of night one.
Actually, it wasn't mine. Actually, the very next match, even though I didn't like the outcome, but it was my favorite match on night one.
I mean, Jay White he's a great heel. He gets people so into the match because you hate him. I mean, they hate him so much. You can just feel how much they hate him. How it's like there was definitely people worried in that match. You could see the anxiety on people's faces, and you could see it on Twitter where people were like going, the fuck happens if Naito doesn't win?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
I mean, there were so many people who were just like, oh my God, it's going to be, Jay White at the end of night too, and I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be going with New Japan. Yeah, whatever.
And And as much shit as I give Jay White, I gotta give him his propers here, man. He did an amazing job in that fight. He sold the shit out of everything that Naito did. Sold it perfectly.
Naito sold the leg so well in this match.
Yeah, he did.
I really loved the storytelling in the match, the in-ring narrative that they put together. I thought it was a phenomenal match. I was way into it.
It was a good match. It was good stuff, man. And you know, it was just like you said, everybody hated Jay White. And you could tell, you always felt the hatred for White. Because, you know, like, it was palpable. You felt it, you know? Because everybody wanted Naito to win. Everybody.
Oh, yeah. Most everybody, yeah.
So then we get to the main event of night one, which was Okada defending the IWGP Heavyweight title against Kota Ibushi.
This was my match, and I love this match. I thought this match was awesome. I didn't like the way it ended, but I thought the match was great. Ibushi took a fucking beating, and he's good, man. He's going to be so good for so long. You know,
I think he's another person. He's another person that's kind of growing past that the way people thought of him.
Yeah, I agree. That man is good, man. He really is good. I thought it was a great match.
You know, one thing I find interesting with him is a lot of people think he's younger than he is.
No, he's been a while. He's been around.
He's like 37 years old.
Right, he looks fantastic.
Yeah, I know you would never guess.
Thing.
I mean, he looks like he's in his 20s, but he's older than a lot of people think. Bushi was stiff as fuck in this match, wasn't he?
Yeah. Angry Ibushi is damn scary. When he is,
I thought Okada gave him a couple of receipts. I saw Okada give him a couple of receipts with those elbows. I was like, "Oops, my bad. Did I hit you for real?"
I think it's between Ibushi and Kenta for being the stiffest person from this 2-night show. Those two were stiff as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I thought that was a great match, man. I mean, you know me, I'm biased. I love Okada, so I thought it was a good match. But him and Ibushi put on a show, man. That was such good stuff. It really was.
Yeah, the action was phenomenal in that match, and
it was a good storytelling match too. You notice that it was a build-up.
Yeah,
it was a nice build-up.
And they can really go as far as like. I mean, I've seen a lot of guys tired after 10 minutes. They were not tired.
No, they were they were just getting warmed up after 10 minutes. It was good. It was great stuff, man. It was great stuff.
And so Okada won. And retained the title and set up Okada versus Naito for night 2.
Yeah, Naito came in to taunt him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he put the Intercontinental belt. He laid the Intercontinental belt in the ring right in front of Okada's face. Here you go. Wow.
Yep. I mean, he's just,
so
that's vintage Okada.
Let's skip over to night 2. I didn't watch the pre-show again. Did any of y'all watch the gauntlet for the never open weight 6-man title?
No, I still have not watched that yet.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So
apparently, some of the fallout was that that everybody's mad at Kanemaru. Taishi said that he did not achieve his dream, and he's very upset at Kanemaru.
No.
So we'll see how that is moving forward.
James, were you unhappy that Ishii was featured in like 8-man tags and this thing?
Yes. I'm just he's not getting the respect that man deserves. He's not getting featured I didn't like that. Ishii needs to be one-on-one or in a legit tag team. That's it. These 8-man tag with Ishii just doesn't cut it for me.
I think time is running out for Ishii. He's not.
Well, I know that. I'm just being selfish and biased. Yes, I know that. But if you're gonna, you can give it one more. How about if you give Ishii one more last run for glory? Just one more time.
But
you gotta put a bell on him.
But doesn't make sense.
No, of course not. No, it doesn't make sense. No, it's just for nostalgia feelings.
And I think that really the great matches that we do get from him once a year in the G1 is. That's about the most we can hope for.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm.
Because I think another thing that people don't understand too is that the Ishii's a really small heavyweight.
Right.
He started out as a junior and he's never been tall.
No, he just got wide.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like he didn't have a bigger frame to grow into.
Yeah.
I mean, he just I think it's about as good as we can get. Like I said, I mean, now I would have been at this point. Well, and of course we're going to see what else transpired this evening, but I would have had Ishii and Goto as a tag team all of last year.
That would have been nice.
Because I think those two can go toe to toe with Guerrillas of Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
As Goto had a big night too. So there you go.
So let's go to the first match of the main show on night 2, which is Jushin Liger and Sarno versus Hiromu and Ryu Lee. Liger's last match.
Oh.
NJPW came out with the ring on the title on his waist. You see? So I don't see why like other companies are like nah. Well, anyway, I'm sorry.
Any thoughts on the match? It was a fun match.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was good.
Liger and Sarno worked well together, and Dragon Lee, Ryu Lee, wherever you want to call him, he's definitely feeling the the loss of Liger as a competitor, and Takahashi being the cool asshole that he is, and being a dick. So it was kind of an interesting. Yeah, and even Takahashi paid his respects at the end, so it was kind of cool, Yeah, but he still talks shit about him after. Yeah. Well, because that's what they do. I mean,
yeah,
So
it was a good match. It was good. It was okay.
Hiromu pinned Liger. And what Zeus and I said would happen came to pass. That Liger went out on his back.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he was pinned by the current junior heavyweight championship, so so it kind of makes sense in a way,
Yeah, and 2019 was a there was a light, there was a lot of people that were out from injury in the junior division. Hiromu was out. Desperado was out for a long time. So that, I mean, they had, now it's kind of like, the division is stacking back up, and it looks like it, it's in really good hands. And I'm sure that Liger sees that, and he's pretty good with those guys moving forward.
Yeah, I agree. Good stuff.
And then we had the Bullet Club, Taji Ishimori and El Fantasmo defending the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles against Roppongi 3K.
That was actually a pretty good match. That was actually a good match. That was a really good match.
This was a better tag match than the Finjuice Gorillas of Destiny.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Roppongi 3K, that, like I said, I've said this a million times, they're like the Fantastics. They're young, they're good looking, they got great teamwork, they got chemistry, and they are, they are just on fire, and it's hard to hang with them, as Ishimori and Phantasmo found out. Phantasmo's a good heel. I'm not crazy about him, but he's a good heel.
You know what's interesting? I've seen him a number of times on some European shows and stuff over the last year, and his charisma is always off the charts in nearly everything he does. But it was interesting here. I never once thought there was any issue with his physique, and then when I saw him next to Ishimori and then next to Roppongi 3K, everyone was so shredded. and jacked up, and then he looked like
everybody looks like shit next to Ishimori. I mean, come on.
It was just interesting. Like I was like, in this context, he doesn't look so great, but
Ishimori looks like an action figure.
Yeah, they all. Yeah, everybody but Phantasmo looks. They're all ripped.
Yeah.
They're all ripped, and here's this gangly fucking British dude.
Yeah. I think he might be Canadian, actually, but
he's what?
He'd be Zack Saber's stunt double.
He's Canadian.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think you're right because
he wrestles over there all the time. Yeah, but
and Meef hates it.
Yeah, because of the name. Yeah, he definitely could have chosen another name. But yeah, I thought that. Yeah, I like this match a lot, and I love the thing with the cups. They have the gold and silver cups.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's sneaky style. That's Rocky. That's Rocky right there, being the good manager.
Then we had Zack Sabre Jr. Defending the British heavyweight title against Sonata. And
I thought that was a great match.
James, when I see that title, every time I see that title belt, I think about you calling it like a toy belt last year.
It is.
It looks bad. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a bad looking belt.
That shit looks like it's made out of aluminum foil with crayon writing in front of it. I mean, come on, it's a piece of shit, piece of price belt. Get rid of that shit. It's a shitty belt for a shitty wrestler. That's all it is.
I thought that was a great match too, though, James.
I thought it was a great match, man. Fucking Sonata killed it in that match.
Yeah, that was one of his better matches in a while.
Yeah, it was good.
And then was the ending shocking to anyone?
No.
No. I mean, I didn't get a feeling Sonata was gonna win like the British title. But especially since Zach had just done a lose it and win it back thing with Tanahashi last year, I was like, they're not gonna do that again. So,
and then Sabre Jr. lost it backstage again with his fucking interview. I'm so tired of him talking. Oh my god, it's horrible.
That means he's doing his job, James.
Right.
He throws little fucking fish. Like you just want to bitch slap him, tell him to go in the corner. Pipe down, Junior. What's wrong with this guy?
James, I have more important things to worry about than how you feel about me. I have got to fix Brexit. I have got to fix the European Union. Boris.
I'm going to buy a Brexit t-shirt and have him sign it.
That's going full heel on Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, I know, right?
Someone would need to record that just to see his reaction. What?
I know, right? We'll probably slap the shit out of him.
Then we got John Moxley defending the U.S. title against Juice Robinson.
Well, those two always beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah,
and And this time was no exception. You know, I mean, Jesus, man. Isn't Juice trying to get the shit kicked out of him by Moxley? I mean, Jesus. What's about stiff? Pedro, that was stiff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still think their first match last year is the best match the two of them have had.
Yeah.
But I felt
was savage.
This one was better than their G1 match, I felt.
And that was a good match too.
Yeah, they've all been good matches, but the first one set the bar so high they haven't lived up to that first one.
But the end of the match is what got me hyped.
Oh yeah, talk about it.
The end of the match is when he's standing there, Moxley, and he's cursing to himself under his breath, and you see all of a sudden, who walks out? Minoru Suzuki. What?
Murder Grandpa.
God. I was like, I feel like telling Mox, respect your elders, bitch. You know? And Suzuki just punked him out, man. That was awesome. He totally punked him out. Loved it.
I liked Suzuki taking off his tracksuit on his way to the
stomping out of his pants.
And his smile's getting bigger as he's making his way.
Mm-hmm. Every time Moxley slapped him, his tongue stuck out. That was funny. He's come on. Yeah. I thought that was good stuff, man. I'd like to see Suzuki show up in AEW, hit Moxley with a chair, and then leave.
I don't want to see what would happen to Suzuki at AEW.
Well, he wouldn't come alone. We'll have the crew behind him, in the back, just in case. Like a la Holly Ray style, always bring the protector with you, Then
what we had Kenta defending the never open weight title against Goto.
I thought that was one of Goto's better matches I've seen in a long time. He lost weight, didn't he?
Do what?
Didn't Goto lose a little weight? He looked good.
Yeah. Once again, I think he's somebody else who healed up from some injuries from 2019, and he looks better. I mean, he looked good. He looked good in the G1 last year too.
Yeah,
but once again, I mean, I think that the time off that he's gotten has been quality time, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff in sports medicine you can do in other countries that not in America,
That is true.
So.
We got some fresh blood recycling going on, a little HGH, a little that will do you,
Yeah. But yeah, Goto looked good. Kenta looked good. I mean, like I said, people fucking hate Kenta.
Yeah.
And Goto, he is like a feudal Japanese samurai painting come to life.
Okay.
I think he does. He has the look and that embodiment of a samurai, and to me that's he's he brings that kind of fighting spirit, as you will, to the ring every time.
So then we get Jay White versus Kota Ibushi. The winner becomes the number one contender, right?
Well, hold on. Goto's your new never openweight champion. He beat Kenta, remember?
Yeah. We didn't say that though.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I apologize.
But yeah, Kenta, but that just sets up for something later on,
Well, I mean, it looked like people got their happy ending with Kenta. It's like
yeah.
So then we had the runner-up matches, from night one, and Jay White against Kota Ibushi. Jay White, always smart, brings Gato with him.
I'm sorry, but Jay White and Gato should be the new tag team of the year. Those guys are amazing together. I love them together. They were awesome.
I tell you, like I said, here's another one. Kota Ibushi, he seemed really angry. He was very serious.
Yeah.
And he was like, He wasn't just taking it; he was really dishing that shit out.
Yeah. That punch, that kick he gave Ghetto, and the way Ghetto fell, that was hot. I laughed my ass off. Oh, this guy's awesome.
The punch to the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was great, man.
And Gato sold it like he died. Like,
yeah, that was great, man. Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a good match. I know, James, you said some people were shitting on it, but
some people were shitting on that match. They were saying it was, they weren't giving it their all because it wasn't as good. Because like they both had better matches the day before. They looked like they were going through the motions. I completely disagree. I thought the match was good for what it was. I thought the whole thing with Ghetto getting involved was awesome. The whole thing with the brass knuckles and then he did. I thought it was a good match. Yeah. Was it great? No. Was it better than like the other two matches that they each had? No. But it was a good match for what it was. It was good.
Yeah, the match was perfect for what it needed to be.
And they were not going through the motions. They were into it.
No, yeah, they were into it. I mean,
they were into it.
I felt kind of
people shitting on the match. Yeah,
I felt bad for Ibushi that he lost both nights. Like,
yeah,
someone was going to be like.
But that's his stick, though. That's his thing, though, Pedro. He's the lovable loser. He's the guy that you always want to win, but he never does.
So then, any thoughts on that match, Zeus?
Blade Runner. Blade Runner. You don't kick out of that.
Oh, here's a question. Did y'all watch both nights with English commentary or Japanese commentary?
I watched English because I like to know what's going on.
I watched them in Japanese both nights.
Of course you did.
I just prefer it in Japanese. It just sounds better. But
it's just like other foreign language movies. I mean, it sounds great because you don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Right.
I don't know. It sounded good.
I love listening to Japanese people speak.
Movies, you have subtitles though. Anyways,
subject to translation.
Yeah.
Actually, I like to make up my own subtitles, so it's good.
Then we had Chris Jericho versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. I was surprised that the AEW title was on screen so much, and
they focused on it too. You notice that? They had tight shots on it and everything.
I thought between that and it being mentioned on the Wrestle Kingdom being mentioned on AEW TV that something was up, but apparently not from what Zeus is telling us.
See, that's where egos come in. Because if the head honchos in New Japan and Tony Khan and their head honchos in the AEW all put their egos and their bullshit aside, they could have something really big come out of this. Well, they would have drew a lot of eyes to this. They would have drew a lot of eyes.
Oh, I'm not saying it wouldn't, but I'm just saying that, like, really, I mean, realistically, all you want to do is you want to do something with them once a year. That's the most. That's the most you want to deal with AEW, especially at this point in time.
Right.
And like, maybe have one or two guys over in the G1 or in a
Super Juniors will be cool. The whole thing is the Zeus thing. But Chris Jericho's the AEW champion. You got to build this up bigger just because of his ties to New Japan. But that's why they could have made something really big out of it.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, you can't make it seem like that the AEW championship is on par with the.
Oh no, please, not even close. Yeah, no.
Right. What'd y'all think of that match?
I thought it was like for who was in it. I thought they did a really good job. I mean, I'm not expecting too much out of Jericho.
What was that?
I thought he did pretty well.
I thought they both did good. I mean, there was a pretty long match for both of them.
Yeah, I thought I enjoyed the match. I had a lot of fun watching it.
I like the whole pre-match vignette. I love the whole pre-match vignette where fucking Tanahashi dressed up as a. He dressed up as Jericho. That shit was fun.
I love that video thing.
The fake Painmaker stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, look at this shit. This is awesome.
Tanahashi is been getting kind of sassy here in the last year.
Well, he's got nothing left to prove. He's got nothing left to. Well, I mean,
I'm just saying, he's like, hey, fuck you, Jericho. I can, put on a jacket and a fedora and shit on my face. I
thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so then Jericho won, of course.
Yeah.
So they avoid the forbidden portal as they worded it.
Did you see Jericho's post-match comments? He's hysterical, man. I don't think that man has an off switch, does he? He was just going on and on and on, and it was awesome what he was saying about Tanahashi. It was kind of cool.
And then we have the big main event: Okada, the IWGP champion, versus Naito, the Intercontinental champion.
Oh. Yeah. This is hard for me.
Because you're an Okada guy.
Yeah, and as much as I wanted Okada to win, you can't get mad at Naito winning. You just can't.
Yeah. Naito
you just can't.
Really, he had to really, dig deep to win that match because Okada wasn't rolling over for him at all.
No.
I mean, even went after the hurt knee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I loved when Okada was going after the knee and the crowd was booing the shit out of Okada.
Yeah. Did you see Okada turn a little heelish? She was like doing a little. He was doing the Hulk Hogan thing. He was doing the Hulk Hogan thing with the ear. He was like, what? Like that? I was like, oh, look at Okada. Go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Do your thing. Go ahead. Turn heel. I love it. He was doing a little heelish shit. I was like, yeah. So, but again, I'm an Okada guy, but how do you win against Naito? I mean, you just can't. So, it is what it is, and he deserves it. Yeah.
Oh, it was a great moment.
Yeah.
And can I say what I've been wanting to say since the G1 and Naito didn't even get to the final?
Right.
I told you so.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Not YouTube. You called it.
Not YouTube, but to all those other fucking people who are crying, oh, I hate New Japan.
Yeah, I remember you were going through all that shit. Yeah, I remember you talking about it. Yeah.
And what did I say? I said it was going to be some 11th hour bullshit.
Yes.
And Naito was going to get a shot.
Zeus,
and
you
said that. He can't because it's Zeus, and here we are. Tetsuya Naito, IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, you were saying it. You were saying it since the G1 finish when we did the latest G1 review. Yes,
he was. Yeah, I was part of the review because this was going off on those people who were bitching and moaning. He told them. He told them straight up, and it happened.
My concern with this was I still wondered, before I saw the Night 2 main event, I wondered if they waited too long to do this, if they should have done it in 2008, 18.
That's you know what? Is it too late? Is it too not late?
James, let me finish, damn it. Let me finish, damn it. So
go ahead, sir.
So, my big question was, did they miss, the right moment to do that? But the first time he hit the Destino in this match, it was a near fall. But the way the crowd was in a deafening chant along with the count, the 1, 2, seeing them so into the thing. I know he didn't win there, okay, but seeing that first Destino near fall seeing how into it the crowd was, like so deafeningly loud, I was like, okay, everything worked out fine. Like all that stuff worked out fine. So yeah, because they were still way into it and wanting that moment. So everything.
No, it's a valid point. It's a valid point. You know. I just don't think he was given a chance to really relish it every year because something else happened as soon as he won the title.
And I've seen a lot of what you said. Also, Pedro, seen it. In a lot of places online. Oh, this is overdue. And like people that are like just so. It's not the way you said it, in a quizzical way, in a ponderous way. But there's people who are just like, oh no, they fucked up. It's like, this is why I haven't watched anymore because I gave up on it because they should have done this 2 years ago. It's like, well, okay, well then shut the fuck up and move on then. Yeah. Because are you telling me you're not happy for Naito now that you didn't mark out when he fucking won because you weren't 100% sure he was going to win it? Because I wasn't 100% sure he was going to win it. I was pretty damn sure.
Hell, even I marked out when he won it. Sure. I'm an Okada guy.
So, because either way, the internet was going to explode at whoever won.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I see your point, Pedro, and it's.
Well, I mean, I was just wondering because I remember, watching the match from 2018, and I remember the way that crowd reacted, the way they were when they realized it wasn't going to happen, which is a little bit before the finish. They kind of realized he's not going to win this, and when you see their faces, they were so stunned, and like in the Tokyo Dome, the fans were so like, it was like someone took their family business away or something from them. It's like they were so emotionally hurt. Mm-hmm. I remember thinking like, did they make a mistake? Will they get them this emotionally invested again in the future when they, have to do this in the Tokyo Dome? Because they would always have to recreate this in the Tokyo Dome for that storyline. But yeah, like I said, when that first near fall happened with the Destino, I remember just the way the crowd was like, so loudly into it. I was like, okay, everything was fine. Like those questions were kind of answered. Everything was fine. And then when what James was about to bring up with what happened post match and how angry they became at this moment being ruined, it definitely worked out fine.
I think it was a little. They could have given him a little bit more time to revel in it because the fans were like really getting into it, and just when they're about to reach their peak, out comes fucking Kenta and ruins the whole goddamn thing.
Los Ingobernables de BAM!
And then it makes sense why Kenta lost another openweight. He's going to challenge for the big strap. Okay.
And he beat the wheels off.
Oh man, he was punishing that.
Boy, they were pissed. I mean, the fans were pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you won't even let Naito have his moment.
Yeah.
Well, the fans in the Tokyo Dome were pissed. Like you don't usually see them get that angry that often.
I'm surprised they let him leave the arena. I'm surprised they let him left. I thought they were blockade.
I'm sure he was he was escorted out to the bus.
Because the fans they pissed because they didn't get a chance. They didn't get a chance to enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Because Kenta took it away from him. After all this time, after what everybody was waiting for, after what everybody needed to happen, finally happened, Kenta took it away.
So, that was quite an ending to the 2-night Wrestle Kingdom. I have a question for y'all.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this 2-night format with the Wrestle Kingdom? Do you feel this is it was good for this one time, or should they do this every year?
as long as they've got the talent and the stories to build it up, I've got no problem with it because, I mean, it's not like you're paying $50 a night. You know, you're just, you get, this is all part of New Japan World, and it's a lot. It is 10. It's like 11 hours, really.
Yeah.
You definitely need to carve out a blockage of time in your day to watch this.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that like I said, I think it's doable. Again,
I didn't mind the 2-day thing. I thought it was pretty cool. Is it viable for every year? For every year, I don't know about that, but I wouldn't mind it if it happens. Great. Again, it's good. You definitely have to, you have to make some time to watch this because it's very long. But you quickly become engrossed in it. I mean, I was engrossed in it, and it went by pretty quick. I just kept getting pissed off every time I was interrupted because I'm trying to watch this thing and I'm interrupted. My phone, the text, the doorbell. I'm like, what the fuck, But other than that, I thought it was great, man. I wouldn't mind it being 2 nights every year. I mean, if it's viable, just like Zeus said, if the challenge is there and the storylines are there, then yeah. Otherwise, no.
I feel it works this year. I'm not sure it would work every year. I think it would be stretching to get this kind of storyline ready for every year.
All right.
But it worked this year.
Yeah, it worked.
Well, we would have to see if it could work. Like we would have to see it in practice, like in execution, to see if it works like multiple years or if it just works every so often.
Well, there were several storylines just building up into this year's Wrestle Kingdom. So it's always like you said, Pedro kind of worked like that. I don't know, it didn't keep that up every year, but as long as they have the storyline behind it and the talent to pull it off, and nobody's like not hurt, and like everybody's pretty much healthy, then I don't see why it couldn't be viable.
Since we're running late in time, let's talk about Liger's retirement ceremony at New Year's Dash. It's the only thing I saw on New Year's Dash, by the way. I didn't see the rest of it.
Same here. It's the only thing I saw.
Well, I watched the whole thing, but yeah, the retirement ceremony was great. I watched it with English commentary, and
yeah,
it was very emotional. With all the baby faces, came out and honored him. And then I thought it was really cool when you heard the coin drop and Chaos came out there too. And just all the good love that, that Liger got, I think
Kata took a selfie with everybody. That was funny.
Yeah. So, it's, like I said, Dragon Lee seemed to be really busted up about it. Which, I thought was pretty cool. It shows that, Liger meant a lot to him, personally and professionally. So
you watched the whole thing on New Year's Dash, right?
Tanahashi crying was rough. Yeah. I
heard that Moxley got revenge on Suzuki.
Yes. Suzuki came in and where was that? No. Yeah, because Moxley came and got into. Yeah, he came in and attacked Suzuki at the end of the 8-man tag of Chaos against Suzuki Gun.
Okay.
So he returned the favor.
Nice.
Like he didn't even wrestle in a match, and he just came in to beat up Suzuki, and of course Suzuki's just smiling and laughing about it at the end, even though he's getting the shit kicked out of him. He's just
he's loving it.
And then the main event was Sonata and Naito against Jay White and Kenta, and yeah, and that was a pretty good match. LIJ got the win, but of course Bullet Club got the last laugh.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah, the on the retirement ceremony, when the stuff with his wife and kid, that was the most emotional moment for me.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his son seems like a super nice kid too.
Yeah.
No more Liger. That's it.
As a wrestler, no more.
As a wrestler, yeah. As a wrestler. But all in all, I thought Wrestle Kingdom was great. I thought it was 2 days of it was really good. It was really good.
Oh yeah.
Really good.
I think
I marked out for an item, so there you go.
You know, of course, Pedro didn't listen to it because he's a snob, but the English commentary team did a good job, I thought.
Yeah. I have no problem with Kelly. I have no problem with Kevin Kelly and Rocky Romero.
Yeah.
And that other geek.
Gino Gambino.
Who was the fake heel. Yeah.
Chris Charlton is he is so informative.
He knows his shit. Yeah, he's just a fake heel.
No, Gino.
Gino, yeah.
Yeah, but Chris Charlton is he's really valuable because he'll give you pretty much on the spot translations and and some other cool insight as well that you don't get unless you speak Japanese.
Hey, who was the overweight announcer, commentator in like a pink jacket
for the English commentary?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's Gino Gambino.
Okay, because at one point Jericho yelled at him like something like "you fat piece of shit" or something like that, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" I never seen him before.
Technically, he's part of Bullet Club.
Oh, okay. I never seen him. I don't recall him.
He's only ever done commentary in New Japan, so.
Okay.
But he's a good heel commentator.
Yeah, he was all over. He was all over the Kenta thing. So that was good.
So yeah, Wrestle Kingdom 14. Good time.
That's right.
Zeus, have a great time tomorrow at the Ring of Honor show, buddy.
Reign of Honor in Concord, North Carolina at the Cabarrus Arena.
There you go.
Looking forward to it. We're giving y'all a full report.
Yes, we can't wait to hear about it next week.
Yes, sir.
And,
Aisle seat.
And the all-important cheese factor.
Oh, yeah, I know, because Ring of Honor is kind of it's different territory for me. So
yeah,
I know there's a lot of elite fans there that usually show up for that. So we'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to thank everyone for watching. Thanks to YYH and to everyone.
Y2H2.
Everyone watches this later, and we'll see y'all next week. And God willing, and adios.
Later.